Welcome to the Beckoning Bookshelf. I'm your host, Jeffrey Ashcraft. Since the Super Mario Bros. Debuted in 1985, they have gone on a wide variety of adventures, and not just in the video games, but in movies, manga, and even a TV show. I am honestly surprised there isn't a stage musical yet. I'm not saying there has to be one, but I'm really surprised that there isn't. Anyways, with their latest adventure coming to the big screen in about 8 days, let's take a trip down memory lane to look back at one of their earlier and lesser-known adventures. Super Mario Adventures is a graphic novel that was written by Kentaro Takekuma and illustrated by Charlie Nozawa. And I say graphic novel because it's both a manga, but it's also a comic book. It fits both categories, so graphic novel just fits it best. This story was first serialized in 1992 through the Nintendo Power magazine. So each month of that year, Nintendo Power would include a new chapter of the story in their magazine. And this only happened in the United States because Japan didn't have Nintendo Power as the United States did. So its serialization was US only. And then in 1993, Nintendo collected the 12 chapters of the story, plus a bonus chapter, into a single volume and published it as a book. And this happened both in Japan and in the United States. Eventually, sadly, Nintendo would stop printing the book, and it would be out of print for about 2 decades, until it was republished by Viz Media in 2016. That's a copy I have. I have a Viz Media copy here. So what is this book about? Well, it's a Super Mario Bros. Story. I mean, it's about Mario and Luigi saving Princess Peach from Bowser after she's kidnapped. I mean, 90% of Mario's adventures are just that. Well, just for fun, let's get a little more specific for this one. So while Mario and Luigi are fixing some leaky pipes in Princess Toadstool's castle, and yes, I said Princess Toadstool, we'll get to that in a minute, Bowser invades and gives the princess an ultimatum. Either marry him, or he will turn all the toads in the kingdom into stone. He gives the princess a week to decide and leaves. Well, Princess Toadstool doesn't need a week to decide. She takes her most elite troops and goes after him to give him a piece of her mind. Well, sadly, well, regrettably, I suppose, a week passes and she's still not back. And there's no word of her. So, Mario and Luigi go to the Land of Dinosaurs to try to find Princess Toadstool. And that's the beginning of the story. Now, you may be wondering, okay, who is Princess Toadstool? I thought they saved Princess Peach. Well, Princess Toadstool and Princess Peach are the same person. They're the same princess. So when Super Mario Bros. Was first brought to the United States in 1985, the translators changed the name of Princess Peach to Princess Toadstool. Why? I don't know. I have no idea. And it wasn't until Super Mario 64 in 1996 that Princess Peach was called Princess Peach here in the US. So any Mario entry prior to 1996 refers to Princess Peach as Princess Toadstool. So that's why you have the 2 different names. Now, from what I can tell, this particular adventure takes inspiration from at least 2 earlier Super Mario adventures. Its primary inspiration is clearly Super Mario World, which was released in 1990 in Japan and 1991 in the United States and was the flagship game for the Super Nintendo. So, of course, Nintendo wants to capitalize on the latest entry of the franchise, so they're going to release cool stuff with it. Many of the characters and some of the mechanics first introduced in Super Mario World are also in this adventure, like Yoshi, Magic Koopas, the Koopa Clown Car, and even the Yellow Cape power-up. And it also gives a reason why Yoshi doesn't go in the Ghost Mansions with Mario and Luigi. So I thought that was kind of fun information. The other potential inspiration for this story comes from an episode of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, which premiered on television in the United States in 1989. The episode Well, the specific episode is called, "Do You, Princess Toadstool, Take This Koopa?" And the question cuts off. In this episode, Bowser threatens to turn all the toads into stone, unless Princess Toadstool agrees to marry him. Sound familiar? One other fun fact about this book, it also contains one of the earliest appearances of Mario's rival Wario, who debuted in 1992 as the villain in Mario Land 2, which I think was for the Game Boy. But Wario only appears in the bonus chapter at the end. He doesn't take part in the main story. But it's one of the earlier appearances of him, which is kind of cool. Now, is this a fun Mario story? Is it good? Yeah, I think it is. I really enjoy it. I actually found this back in 1993. Not this copy, because I didn't have money back then. I was a kid. And I found it in a mall, in some random mall in Utah. We were on a family trip, and my parents wanted to do some shopping, and regrettably, this mall didn't have a KB Toys, a Spencer's Gifts, a Suncoast. It didn't have any stores for kids. So I had to settle for the mediocre electronics section of, like, Sears. I think it was a Sears. And they had pretty much nothing that was interesting. Except they did have copies of Super Mario Adventure. So I just sat there and read the comic while I waited for my parents to finish shopping. And like I said, I didn't have enough money to buy it. And I completely forgot about it for years. Until about 2017, when I finally remembered it and decided I'd see if I could find it. And thanks to Viz Media, having republished it, I can find a copy easily. Now, two things I really enjoy about this story is, one, it's very funny. It's very humorous. It's full of slapstick and absurdist humor. And if you really think about it, the story of the Super Mario Brothers is pretty ridiculous. Like, two Italian plumbers are saving a princess who rules over these mushroom people from this prehistoric turtle. It's pretty ridiculous, and the story makes fun of that concept. But it does it in a very fun, humorous way. It's very entertaining, and it kind of reads like a Sunday comic, to be completely honest. The other thing I really enjoy about it is Princess Peach's personality. And I'm going to say Princess Peach for continuity's sake. So Princess Peach, she is the epitome of the princess stereotype. Prim, proper, and perfect. She does not have a whole lot of personality in the video games. And for the video games, this works well enough because, I mean, they're not really all that in-depth stories anyway. I mean, the video games focus more on the entertaining gameplay and graphics. Well, visuals, I should say. Than, like, in-depth story. And so it works well enough for the video games, but if you're going to flesh out the story for, say, like a movie or a graphic novel, having Princess Peach's original personality will make for a very bland and boring character. So they have to do something more with Princess Peach, and I think Super Mario Adventures does a very good job at giving Princess Peach more personality. They gave her a fireball personality. She is independent, outspoken. She goes after Bowser herself and does wind up getting captured, understandably. But she's willing to go give him a piece of her mind, and she even saves herself on occasion. So I thought that was fun. If I were to compare her to another iteration of Princess Peach that is in another Mario media, I would say that she compares to Princess Peach from the Super Mario Brothers movie by Illumination. And in fact, I would not be surprised if Illumination took inspiration from this adventure to give Princess Peach her personality in that movie. I wouldn't be surprised because this is one of the earlier adventures where Princess Peach has a personality. The other one I could find was the Princess Peach from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, the TV show. She has a personality there as well. But those are a couple things that I really enjoyed. I think it's a very fun graphic novel to read. But that is all I have for you today. Have you read Super Mario Adventures? If you have, did you like it? Did you find it boring? What did you find fun about it? Also, are you going to go see the Super Mario Galaxy movie that is coming out on April 1st? And I have to say, releasing the movie on April 1st is quite the move. I seriously wondered if it was going to be the biggest troll ever. It was going to be the biggest prank. If Illumination and Nintendo just decided that they were just going to prank the world, and anyone who goes to the theater on April 1st are just going to, like, be rickrolled. You know? I don't know if rickroll is still a thing, but anyways. So I really do wonder if the show is actually going to be there. I will be absolutely flabbergasted if it is an actual prank. It will be hilarious. I think it's legit, but still, part of me wonders. Anyways, thank you for being here. Thank you always for being here. You are amazing. Now go find yourself a good book.